I was just getting caught up on the latest trends and news.
Seem to stop time. You make me feel like I'm walking on cloud number 9. You make the raindrops.
Hey, welcome to In My Shoes. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Susan, and we've got a really good show lined up for you today. I think this show personally hits home with me, and hopefully there's going to be somebody out there watching now that really needs to hear this story. We've got somebody on here that has a great story to share of her experience to use to inspire you all not to be a victim, but to be a survivor.
Right.
So let's welcome to the show Miss Michelle Armstrong.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for asking me.
Well, thank you for coming on, first of all, to share the story, because I know that some topics are difficult to talk about,
Yes,
and
they
you
are.
have the strength and the bravery to get on and tell people your story of what happened to you and how you've overcome it and how you're going to help other people with that. And I'm just so excited to have you here today.
Thank you.
Wait. There's one thing I got to ask before we
What?
start. I'm sorry. It just kills me. Where'd you get those earrings?
Those earrings are
I'll say
cool.
the best.
Those earrings are cool.
Look at those earrings. Sorry.
They're called Noonday. They're from the Noonday collection, and actually they have a mission behind them. Women in third world countries make them, and then when we buy them, it helps to feed their family. So I love that and besides they're gorgeous.
That's cool. I
Where
want
did you
some.
get those at?
Well, actually, they do have a website. I just looked it up and made sure, but they do have a website, and also I think there are individuals that sell them. So, like, I have a friend I can hook you up. She
Oh,
sells
that's
them to
cool.
kind of keep that mission going. So, yeah,
That is
I
awesome.
love those. I love those. And
Thank
plus,
you.
it's helping other women around the world
exactly.
And that's what
More
the show's
purpose.
about. Women helping women by telling their stories.
Yeah, well, thank you. It means a lot to me. That's I believe that God did allow me to come out of that so that I could share my story and be able to use it for a purpose. So, yeah.
Well, would you mind? Let's kind of back
Back
up for
up?
a minute, because people really don't know what your story is
Right.
out there, and even though we've talked to you a little bit about it, I'd like to start back at the beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
And just kind of give us a fresher
Okay.
course of what's going on.
When I was 18, I married a pastor, which is supposed to be, the dream marriage for everyone, and a minister, pastor, if you will. And I was married to him for 30 years, but in that 30 years, it was a highly abusive relationship, also abusive to my sons, especially one of them. And but being a pastor's wife, a minister's wife, you have this certain persona that you have to portray, and you also are supposed to be able to be the one that people come to for answers, and so you have to keep all of the trouble behind closed doors hidden, and it kind of puts another layer on the abuse that, and something else you have to climb through. And also, a lot of times abusers are narcissists, and so in my situation, most of the time they're narcissists, probably all the time.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've been there.
and in my situation, he would also use scripture, Bible verses and things like that to be able to kind of twist things to make me believe that what he said was, the Word of God. And when that is, you want to please God, at least I did, and so that made it even more difficult. It played more mind games and that kind of thing. So.
Gaslighting.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I totally know that term. Totally.
Yes, so do I.
Yes,
I've been
yeah.
doing a lot of research myself on narcissism and gaslighting because I too have been there, and I'm not a victim, I am a survivor, and that's why I'm
Amen.
so anxious to hear your story today,
Yes.
because I think a lot of us are in those situations and don't think there's a way out. And there is.
There's always a way out, and that is what is so crucial to me to get across, is that you don't have to stay there and be a victim. You do not have to stay. As messed up as your mind may be, there is a way out. You've just got to take it. And in my situation, what I had to do is decide that it didn't matter who thought what. I didn't care what anyone thought about me except God. And when I decided that, then I knew I could go. And now some people, some women have to fear for their lives if they do that. And fortunately, that was not my situation. I was in a highly abusive marriage, but I can't say that I feared for my life at that moment.
Yeah.
Was it physical, emotional?
Yes,
both?
there was some physical,
Emotional?
a lot of emotional,
Which is just as bad, if not worse than physical.
That's what people say,
Yeah.
and I do know that I was very, very sick when I left the relationship,
Well,
for 30
bones
years.
can heal, but mental parts cannot.
Yes, exactly.
Now, I worked in mental health for quite a few years myself, and we had some abused people come in and things like that. We had to deal with some abused people. I guess my next section question here would be, did you have any support during this?
During it, well, the part of the problem with that is you don't portray that, and if people would have asked me about it, I would have hidden it, because you're in that mindset, you're in the enabling mindset, you're in the the Stockholm syndrome. Look that up if you don't know what that is, and so you have to come to a point where all of that's broken. And what actually brought me to the realization that I was living in insanity, which I already knew, I kind of picked up on it, but this is what actually clinched it. Was one night he was chasing me in a vehicle, and when he chased me, he flipped his car. And when I went back to the scene of the wreck, I turned around because I was in my vehicle. He almost killed both of us, actually. But when I went back, he started saying things, to get my mind crazy, like, "Are you going to leave me, baby? Are you going to leave me? I love you. I love Jesus." That kind of thing. And I knew then, I was like, he would manipulate me to the death. To the death.
Wow.
That's his problem. Okay, I have an issue with it, with Christians and not Christians that pretend to be Christians. There's some real good Christian people out there.
Absolutely.
There's some good pastors out there, good ministries out there.
Absolutely.
And they're getting the
Bad
backlash
rap.
were the people out here that are saying they are, but not living that life.
Yes.
We're all human. We all make mistakes. I'm not saying that. But for a pastor, someone that's supposed to be leading a church, because it's the head of the church.
Yes, exactly.
Doing that, and what's behind their closed doors should be the same thing as in front of their doors. But people don't know this. That's like with anybody. We've had a guest on earlier. She wrote a song about people doing, have suicide and this kind of stuff. We don't never know what's next.
Yes.
What someone's going through, and even ourselves when we're involved. I know you had some issues and. With relationships, I've had issues with relationships. While you're in that, you don't know. You're not fully aware.
Something seems off, and then
Right.
also too, you kind of long for normal life, and that should be a trigger right there. If you look at another couple and you think, well, that would be so nice to be able to live that way, in a normal situation. And so, but there's something about just all of a sudden, like the veil was lifted for me. And then that's when I knew I had to get out, and it was a long process. I won't get into it, but I do.
Now, what was that turning point? The car wreck?
That car wreck, yes, it was absolutely, because I felt something break inside at that point, and I also believe that it was just a confirmation I had to get out, because he would manipulate and control me to the death. So
was there any support groups afterwards that you was being
my
able to do
parents.
about it? Your parents.
My parents was the first place I went, and that was tremendous, because I was able to finally sleep in peace for the first time in 30 years. I would just sleep for hours and hours a day, just almost like catching up for all those years. If I got a text or a call from my ex-husband, I would, have terrible stomach issues. I would have to go to bed for hours, just all of that, because the emotion of it was so raw. And
Did you go no contact?
yeah, oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
you have to,
because the text and the emails.
You'll
just
stay right there. You'll stay suppressed.
And
You'll stay under their control. You will stay connected to them. No, you cannot do that. It has to be 100% cut off.
Well, see, I was with you because I was so afraid what people were going to think. Because as a typical narcissist, they will go around playing the victim. They're the ones heartbroken. You're the bad guy. They make you believe that you're the bad guy, and you're not.
And then they try to tell your friends and your family, you're the bad one.
They smear you.
I'm trying to
and
do so much for you, and you're just horrible.
And the no contact, if anybody out there is going through this, trust me, I know it's hard, but the no contact is the best thing you can do.
Vital.
Because those words and those texts and those emails can hurt so much and reel you back in, and do not feel guilty about going no contact. That is the best thing you could ever do.
No.
Yes, it is.
And get on the internet. Get in the Yellow Pages. Find support. Get somebody.
Get
if you
support
don't have
groups.
family, there's groups out there.
Yes, there
everywhere.
are. And that's what I want, is for people to know that that's out there.
And I'm so proud of you because you gained the strength to get out there. And you're not the victim, you're a survivor. And
yeah.
now you're helping other people.
I feel like we should have that song, I'm a survivor.
Yes, I mean, you can get out of this.
Victory
You don't
for
have-
victims is
yeah,
what I...
victory for victims. You don't have to live in this. And who cares what other people think? It's your life.
Yes.
You know?
It's and you have to survive. You will not survive, at least not mentally and emotionally, if you continue in that. Because believe me, I did it for 30 years and I'm a strong person, but it broke me at the end.
Yeah.
And so, well, I say it did. I mean, I'm still here, but...
But now you're overcoming that. And you're
I've
moving
overcome
forward.
that.
So what are
yes.
your steps now for moving forward, or suggesting to people that might be watching this?
Well, I do have a blog that's called hopeglimmering.com, and basically that kind of chronicles a little bit of the abuse, but also talks about the victory side of it. I just started out in November, and so that's getting a lot of traffic. But also to just, you know, I want to have speaking engagements. I want to be able to speak to these women, to speak light into the darkness. You know, to speak victory. I want to show the other side of it, that, yeah, there's hope, and you can get out of it.
You are an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
we appreciate you coming on the show. And
I appreciate you
And we
asking.
definitely want to keep up with you. Please come back.
Yeah, we want to talk more about this. I think more people out there watching right now are like, well, wait, we want to hear more. We want to hear some more about this. But no, seriously,
Yeah.
you know.
Find her on Facebook.
Yes, I'm on Facebook. You can go Hope Glimmering on Facebook. My website, again, is hopeglimmering.com, or my personal page is Michelle Massey Armstrong.
That's right.
Massey.
I-E.
Oh, I-E. Massey.
And it's one L in Michelle.
Oh, M-I-C-H-E-L-E.
M-I-C-H-E-L-E. Massey, M-A-S-S-I-E.
Thank you for being on the show. Thank you all for watching In My Shoes. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Susan, and don't forget to climb that mountain and find that sunshine behind the clouds.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, hey! I was just getting caught up on the latest trends and news of the world. Did you know 80% of content that you watch is online or on your mobile device? Did you know a great new channel that's out right now is called Mountain Fun Life? And you can watch it right on your mobile device, or coming soon to Roku. Make sure to check out Mountain Fun Life on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the website, mountainfunlife.com. Hello, did you know that most of the stuff shot on Mountain Fun Life is shot right here in this very studio? And maybe you've wanted your own show before. I mean, how cool would it be to be in a studio like this one with your very own show? Just go to mountainfunlife.com for more information, and you can submit to have your own show, and you can be right here